Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about some of my concerns, and then let's talk about something a little bit more controversial, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone, as we're rolling down the road on the 92 Springer that I've yet to name. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I make motorcycle related content and, well, any kind of content really. If you're old here, welcome in. You know what's going on. Oh man, I tell you what guys, spring needs to quit riding the fence. I need spring to commit to coming in and then come on in, because this one day maybe 74 degrees and then the next thing you know it's 28 degrees and you don't know how you got there. Why? Because it don't make no sense. But I need it to commit to coming on in. So guys, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope all is well with you. Just got back into town, had to go take R1 to a couple of doctor's appointments. Update on R1, she's doing good, still doing her chemo shots once a month, taking her pills. Other than that, she's hanging in there. So guys, we're gonna break this thing down here. Am I the only person who's got concerns about the way the animals are acting? I can't be that, can I? Now, y'all been with me for a while. Some of y'all know, y'all have heard me talk about the birds before and how the birds are acting. Y'all know that I ain't messing around when I say the birds are acting weird, and they have been acting weird for a long time. But what we got now is we got animals walking in circles. We got birds flying into buildings, which, like I said, now the birds have been acting crazy for a while. This ain't nothing new. But I'm talking about where the animals are at in our world. Am I the only one that has concerns with this? Y'all, we live in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and I'm just talking to my local people right now. We live in Blue Ridge, Georgia. North Georgia, we live where Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina come together, right? Can we agree that that's where we live? And can we also agree that living in Blue Ridge, Georgia, there ain't no ocean nowhere near us, right? We agree on that. Why in God's name are there seagulls in Blue Ridge, Georgia? Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, oh, they got blew in with the hurricane. Okay, that's fine. I get that. They got blown off course. But homing pigeons know where to go. Ducks know where to go. Geese know where to go. When the weather changes, they haul freight. Go south, go north when the weather changes. Does a seagull not have a built-in system in its GPS that says, hey, you're a few thousand miles away from the ocean. Maybe you need to start going east quick. And it wouldn't even be a few thousand miles for a bird flying straight, because if you look at North Georgia on the map, relatively, we're at the center. Fannin County is at the center, guys. I saw you red-tailed hawk. I know y'all crazy. Blue Ridge, Fannin County, Georgia is pretty well much central North Georgia. We right pretty well much in the center of the state, at the top. We don't need seagulls in Blue Ridge, Georgia, y'all, because I promise you, we can't even smell the ocean air from here. There ain't no ocean air to be smelled. There ain't no salt in the air. There ain't no... Why do we got seagulls in Blue Ridge, Georgia, y'all? I get it, they were blown in from the storm, but when the storm let up, the seagulls looked around and said, I don't see no water, y'all. Maybe we need to head back. They staying, y'all. I mean, am I the only one that's got concerns about the seagulls not going back to the sea? And armadillos in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Guys, I seen one. The myth has been busted. I seen an armadillo in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Now, I'm not saying that armadillos can't live in Blue Ridge, Georgia. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Now, what I'm saying is that armadillos are not new to Georgia, by no means. South Georgia, Central Georgia's had armadillos, I'm sure, for years. But our weather gets too cold up here, I thought, for armadillos. So if you go by the past, armadillos are way off track. They're like way too far north. But anyway, that's just what my concerns. Why are the animals acting the way the animals are acting the way they acted? Because I've been seeing sheep walking in circles on Facebook, and y'all know we've been watching these animals act stupid here for a while. The birds have been messed up for over a decade. I went back in my timeline. I've been talking about these homicidal, suicidal, genocidal birds for over a decade. They crazy, y'all. These birds don't care. There was some roadkill the other day. I was in my truck. I kid you not, the roadkill was off to the side of the road, and there was a crow there, y'all. That crow didn't budge. He like, no, go around me. I ain't worried about your truck. Go around me. Really? Okay. Well, if you say so, I'll go around you. I ain't trying to whoop no crow with a truck. But there's something up with the animals, y'all. So I just wanted to kind of point some things out. Y'all drop down a comment and let me know what you think about what's going on with the animals. Is it normal or is it not normal? Me personally, I don't think it's normal behavior. All right, now we've made it to the controversial portion of my video. Uh-oh, y'all better set that. You got your drink and your popcorn. Here we go, because it's gonna be bad, I'm afraid. All right, so who I'm talking about now is I'm talking about my motorcycle riders and my motorcycle owners that are trying to sell their motorcycles on places like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And yes, people still are trying to sell motorcycles on Craigslist. All right, I'm riding an old motorcycle. This is a 1992 model. I have a 97 Dyna Super Glide. I got old bikes, okay? So I'm with you. These old bikes are cool. But bro, I don't care if it's a limited edition, limited number, limited whatever. Your 1996 Harley Davidson Bad Boy is not worth $15,000. Not in any world is that motorcycle worth $15,000. Your 1980 Shovelhead Sturgis is not worth $18,000. To you, it probably is, but to the world out there who might be going to buy from you, no, it's not. Here's the problem, and I'm not saying now, I'm not attacking old motorcycles. I ride old motorcycles. I think old motorcycles, especially that come from the 90s, I love. We all know that. If you've been following me, you know I know. Yeah, I know. I love them. Here's the problem I'm having. We got to have some kind of reality check, because I've been looking at motorcycles on Facebook Marketplace that have been on Facebook Marketplace for over a year. And brothers is just not lowering the price on their motorcycles. Brother, your 2001 Harley Davidson Road Glide that's got 69,000 miles on it ain't worth $12,000. It ain't worth $13,000. I'm sorry. It ain't. It ain't worth $8,000 with that many miles on it to somebody who knows what they're doing. Because I used to say, me and Milkman used to have a saying that we always said, there's a butt for every seat. That used to be guaranteed, that there was somebody for every motorcycle. Somebody would buy it. Those days are long gone. The reality check is set in, and it's only going to get worse if you're trying to move an old motorcycle. Here's why. This is what has happened to the motorcycle world. What has happened to the motorcycle world is the same thing that happened to the automotive world, to everything. Technology. Plain and simple. These new generation, late birth millennials and Generation Z are not interested in your old motorcycles. I'm sorry, the interest is gone. Technology has killed a lot of the interest. Now, there's always going to be nostalgic value to old motorcycles, yes. But the older the motorcycle used to be, the more valuable it was. And to certain people, they are. To certain people, this bike right here is worth a lot. But to other people, they're like, well, dang, that's old, dude. I don't want to jump on that and take off with my friends and make it 200 miles down the road and it blow up and quit. Technology killed the used motorcycle market. And I know y'all are feeling it because I've been seeing y'all not adjusting your price. You've been coming up with new ways of trying to sell the same motorcycle and it ain't moving. It's not going to go. So here's the thing. I see you standing up there, bird. I see you, and you ain't moving either. So here's the thing. Fly your butt on through yonder. But here's the thing, guys. All this new generation wants the touch screens, touchscreen navigation. They want the Bluetooth hookups. And Harley Davidson has now started putting in factory to their motorcycles, certain ones, the 131 engine. That's the biggest motorcycle, or the biggest engine Harley produces is the 131. It's starting to come standard on the new model motorcycles. Whatever the trend is, that's what the generations are going to follow. And guys, there just ain't a big trend. Late model millennials and Generation Z going out there buying, $10,000 shovel heads or $15,000 Evos. We know they're great, but they're not going to care. They want to see what their buddy rides. That's what they want to ride. 2007 is to them old. To me, 2007 would be newer. 2008 would be newer, but to them, that's old. The technology's out of date. And when you put down, it's got over 100,000 miles on it. It needs a battery, but yeah, you still want $7,500 for it. You might as well try. You're going to have to keep it. Because here's the thing. Like I said, Harley's putting out the big engines. Here is what the trend is. They're watching. You cannot walk into a Harley Davidson dealership anywhere in the South that I know of. You might can, I don't know, but excuse me. Sorry guys, pollen's getting after me. You cannot walk into a dealership and find sitting on the floor for sale with the new inventory 90s, 80s, 70s motorcycles. You can't buy parts for them at a dealership. You have to order everything. So if this guy's friend goes and buys a new 2023 Lowrider ST and puts a bunch of different parts on it, well, he's going to go buy his 2023 and he's going to put his parts on it. That's the trend. The nostalgia is there for these old bikes, but with each year that passes, each new rider that comes along, the nostalgia is there, but the desire for it is gone. And I'm not saying that trying to hurt anybody's feeling. I'm just stating a sad fact. The new generation don't care nothing about our old bikes. My bike, your bike. If they can't get cool parts for it to match, what their buddies are doing, then they just don't want it. Now, with that said, there are some people still left in this world, even in the newer generations, that are going to see the value of a bike like this. But they're not going to give you $8,500 for it, $9,000 for it, when they can put a couple more $1,000 to it, go to the dealership and buy a brand new Harley Lowrider or a new Harley Sportster S. The Sportster S and the lowrider ST have taken over. That's the first thing you need to know. Now, is it a trend that I think will change? Do I think this is going to go in a different direction? Boy, I would love to say yeah. I'd love to say it's going to run its course, but here's the problem. With each year, the technology gets better. With each year, there's more technology. Honda has put out a 1100 Rebel. That's an automatic. Okay, if a kid can't get the gearing system down, they can go buy a 1100 Honda Rebel. That's automatic. I saw a review on it. The girl who wrote it loved it. She loved that thing. She absolutely loved it. And all she done was bragged about the technology in it, and she bragged about the comfort of it. Not having to change gears. That's where the world's going. It's a sad state of affairs for old motorcycles. But, you know, I just, you know, years ago when because I think of old, I think in the 90s, when I lived in the 90s, we wanted the old shovel heads. We wanted the Evos. But we would look at the price difference, and that's kind of why the shovel head fell off a lot and the Evo took over, is because guys was asking $2,000 or $3,000 more for their shovel head than Harley Davidson was asking for a brand new Evo. That's why the Evo blew up like it did. People were like, well, I'm not going to buy a motorcycle that I have to stop every 200 miles and tighten everything up on it, when I can buy, you know, for $2,000 less, I can buy a motorcycle that I don't have to do anything to. Plus, Harley Davidson will give me a warranty on it. Anything messes up, they'll fix it. That's where we're at now. And it's only going to get worse, I'm afraid. Gotta love that Evo, baby. Like I said, there are people out there who's going to appreciate it. Woohoo! Gotta love that Evo. That 2000 Evo. Woohoo! But, you know, I just, and like I said, I did not make this video, and I'm not making this video to hurt someone's feelings or try to talk you out of your bike. I'm not looking for a bike. But I'm just trying to point out something that's happening that you can go check out for yourself. You don't have to take T-Bone's word for it. Just go watch content. Watch motorcycle content. It's all about technology. It's all about comfort. And it's all about availability. Yes, there are still people who appreciate these bikes. But bro, nobody's going to give you $15,000 for a 1996 model Harley Davidson. Well, they can put $5,000 more to it and go buy them a lowrider ST. It just ain't happening. Nowhere in this world is that more evident than right now in America. Technology has taken over and killed the used car market. You know, used cars now, 2010, 2009, that's old. Even if people are buying used cars, they at least want to buy the used cars that's got the technology from the late 2000s in it. You know, satellite radio, GPS. It's just, it's gotten bled out by each generation, and it just seemingly seems to be, it just really seems to be getting worse with each generation too. It's not going in the other direction. It's still leaning to the, well, this is what we want, this is what we're going to get, and we can get it. So there it is, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to make nobody mad. I just wanted to kind of put out this little video just to point out some things that's happening. And the only other thing I can point out is the new Indian Scout Chief. Guys, if you've not seen the video on this, go Google 2023 Indian models. That new Chief Scout, whatever it is, looks just like a Harley Davidson Dyna. It looks like a aftermarket high bar with the California fairing on it. It looks like a Dyna. The new Indian looks just like a Dyna. I'm sorry, it does. That thing's a Dyna. But that's the trend, guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop down, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the cool things. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, find us on TikTok. We're just a little bit everywhere. I'm trying to get back into making regular content. I've got a couple other things that have my full attention right now, so it will continue on like it is for the time being. But you know, if not every week, at least every other week, I'll be trying to get y'all a video out. I just put one out this past Monday, part 2 to the Dyna video. And of course, I also did the Forgotten Angels video. If you checked it out, thank y'all for watching that one. Give me a thumbs up on it. But I tell you what, guys, I hope you're enjoying this weather. If you're sitting at home watching this and you didn't get out and enjoy this day, shame on you. You should have got out, jumped on your bike, and went for a ride. And guys, do me a favor. Don't jump down in my comments and start attacking me for what I said about old bikes. Everything I own is old. I do not own a new model motorcycle. The newest model motorcycle I own is a 2003, and it's old. 20 years old. All right, so I'm not attacking anything, but I did want to kind of point this out and kind of give you a reality check. It's gone. Those days are over. So God, and I hate it because I own old motorcycles, and I'd like to think I could get crazy money for them, but reality says different. But guys, drop down, comment, like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube, hit that notification bell, and just enjoy the weather, guys. Spring's coming. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other, and until the next time, this has been Rolling with T-Bone, and I am T-Bone. Thanks for watching.